Welcome back to the lobby. I'm Daniel Dwyer, and I'm joined by a smorgasbord of a bunch of review critic people. That's what it says on your business cards, right,
When
Jeff?
people recommend, yes, it says review criticsman. When people recommend the course of action to buy a flight stick, I have to show up and say, don't.
Yeah. All right.
I don't care how good the game is.
Jeff Gerson from Giant Bomb.
Hello, hi.
Good to see you. I was just doing that, but yeah.
Now
shake hands.
let's make it official.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lock it in.
I'm actually really sick, so you might want to clean your hand.
No, I was
after
thinking
this.
that as I was shaking your hand, you've been really sick. So.
Kevin Van Ord, reviews editor for GameSpot. Yeah. And Chris Waters.
Hey, Danny.
How you doing, buddy? Eurogamer decided to dump review scores today. But one of my favorite things about review scores is that sometimes games get 1s out of 10s on GameSpot. This has happened 4 times, and it happened today for the 4th time.
Didn't they technically just replace their review score with a 3-point scale?
They did. It's just a 3-point scale now.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's like a yes,
Yeah.
maybe, no thing.
No, there's a fourth. The fourth one is they
Nothing?
don't put one of those
Yeah.
stickers on it.
Sometimes they just don't give it an emblem.
Okay.
Yeah.
right.
So that's like a 6.
4-point scale.
Sure.
Or a 5, I think. So you folks have given some of these 1s. Before we talk about the 1s, I want to talk about the 0s. So sometimes there are games that accidentally get 0s. Chris, I believe you did this.
Oh yeah, man! Like I forgot to put the review score in the drop down before I posted the review for Knight's Contract.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, the next
that-
morning, it's popping up on like all these different sites that just pull our scores to post, and I'm looking at comments and people are just baffled. They're like, "Wow, GameSpot is off it." I mean, the game functions, doesn't it? What the hell?
Sure, it
0?
functions. 6.5 out of 10.
There we go.
Knight's Contract.
Seriously.
Functional.
Functional.
That's the word that goes under that, right?
Have you accidentally
It works.
posted?
Yeah, no, I couldn't tell you what the game was, but yeah, it's if you don't enter anything in the system and hit publish, it would come up as a 0.
Great.
And yeah, I had a similar situation where then there were people on some message board somewhere arguing about like it's better than a 0. Surely it's better.
We should do that by accident
I remember
sometime.
just signing
That'd
up.
be really funny.
I remember signing up
No.
for a temporary account for all those message boards just to be like, no guys, you just go back to GameSpot.com.
The publisher pressured them to change it to 6.5. That's what happened. They bought that 6.5.
Yo,
'cause
that dude
that's
got
worth
fired
paying
for a 0 out of 10.
That's right.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Vicious.
The first 0 out of 10 ever given. Big rigs, over-the-road racing. This
1
has
out
gone
of 10.
down in games. Sorry, 1 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's gone down in GameSpot history. November 20th,
God.
2003. One of the best
Down it
video
goes.
reviews ever on the site.
It's so Big Rigs was for a while there when we ran out of things to give to Alex, we would go to Walmart and just buy stuff off the shelves.
Okay.
And there were a lot of things that just got weird distribution at a Walmart and nowhere else. And this was such a game.
Boy, that truck can really reverse.
It's basically broken. Like it's basically not a game. So you could make a case that this is a 0. If one were to have a this isn't a game ranking on your game review scale,
Yeah.
this would probably be the one to get it. Alex, unsurprisingly, over the years has been the primary advocate for let me give something a 0.
Oh, because you guys don't give 0s
We
on
don't.
Giant Bomb.
We also only go down to 1.
Wow.
Sort of like if there's a game that we're going to try to give a 0 to, odds are we're not going to be covering it anyway.
I just realized there's actually a copy of it behind me, so I'm going to go get that. I want to see if there's any sick box quotes on it.
Alex did like a speed run or
Yes.
or whatever
Yeah.
amounts to a speed run of this.
Yeah.
For an Awesome Games Done Quick, that awesome fiesta every year where people do like really sick speed
Yes, he
runs.
did a glitch exhibition of the
That's what it was.
infinite
There we go.
speed in reverse situation, and then also, yes, speed ran the game. Your winner, indeed. Yeah. So and then Alex actually, I think, went on to interview the person behind this product.
Over at Game Mill Publish? Oh, no, that's the
yeah,
publisher.
well, Game Mill, I don't think exists
Stellar
anymore.
Stone.
But yeah, Stellar Stone, Game Mill.
Stellar.
They made something since then, right? I want to say that they made something after that. But I don't remember what that
Yeah,
was.
but there was, I think, the guy one of the guys that was attached to Big Rigs had something that was in early access that went sideways.
Oh.
I could be remembering
Big
that
Rigs
wrong.
2.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, exactly. Big
Isn't
Rigs 2.
that that awful DayZ type
I
game?
think, yes.
That,
I want to say
that got
that
a lot of negative
I
coverage.
want to say that was in
dude.
fact the game.
Yeah.
Right.
But I could be making that up.
Not this one. Get ready for some break jamming, CB talking, convoy rolling action across America.
I mean, it's technically, I think the game has brakes. I don't think it has any CBs in it.
That's a shame.
Does it have cops that you can run off the road? Look at the front of that.
You can probably
boxer.
drive
It has
through
no
them.
AI to
race
against.
anything.
It's just an environment that is like a. It's like a.
Battlefield Hardline.
It's barely a proof of concept. Battlefield Hardline in stores. No, what?
Speaking of thematically, it's also actually relatively close to our second 1 out of 10, which was last year, Right to Hell Retribution.
Yeah.
Another break jamming, CB talking, rolling across America.
But that was a motorcycle game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That game was a real piece of hot trash.
I never played this.
It's real bad. It's real bad. But like when.
What is going on?
Oh my goodness.
He's
It's
fuming.
full of exhaust.
That's what happens when you can't afford
But
meth.
look at this. This is still a game. It's messed up. It's those are cutscenes, and obviously the action's gonna not look as good. But look at that. He kicked that guy off that bike.
It's like Road Rash.
It can
Whoa,
do,
Where did that
whoa,
come
whoa.
from?
It can
What
do
the hell
quick.
was that?
It can do quick time events. I mean, come on.
Yeah. I mean, look at that
Yeah.
guy. Is that guy worth a 1.0? I think that the reviewer was maybe a little harsh.
Maybe a 1.5 would have been
Yeah,
more
a
appropriate.
1.5, a 2.0 maybe.
Oh, look at him punch that dude. Hit
Look at
E. I love QuickTime events on PC. That's why I'm so psyched about
PC gamers
Fahrenheit
love
coming
those.
out on.
This guy's a tough
I love
talking,
how that dude-
trash
Whoa.
talking
What are you
biker
doing,
that
girl?
loves to get it on with the ladies right there.
Oh.
Right?
Oh.
Wait, are they just heavy petting?
2.5,
The hottest
3.0.
of hot coffee.
He's got giant hands. What
He's
the
got,
heck?
He's got crazy
You know what they say?
bangs,
Giant
too.
hands,
Yeah.
big
yeah.
motorcycles.
Look at his.
That's right. That same year, we got our third 1 out of 10 on
They
GameSpot.
tasted the nectar of Kevin Games ones. and said,
right?
Let's
Oh,
go.
yeah.
I think it was like it was.
this
Whether it
again.
wasn't the same week, it was like it was within the same month.
Was it? I don't even remember.
It was so
I
close.
barely remember. I remember Ride to Hell, but I never played it. It's the only one we've ever given that I haven't played.
But you have played Air Control.
I reviewed Air Control.
did?
One of those ones was mine. Yeah, that game is actually a Big Rigs realm
Okay.
type thing.
Oh,
It
this
was-
thing! Oh, this is the worst.
This was made in Unity, and it has all this placeholder Unity stuff in it. It's just absolute garbage, ridiculous. Some dude played around in Unity and had the balls to charge people money for it.
Do you know what does it mean?
Next. Yeah, I remember this game was attempting to be tongue-in-cheek and
No.
it's self-aware,
It's
but it,
kind of a work of art. Kind of.
See, I reject that. I think this is the Birdemic of games in the sense that I think now we think
Whoa.
that it's charming and was trying to be self-effacing, but I don't actually believe that was the
Oh,
intent.
the intent. Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, I don't.
Totally
It's
don't
impossible
believe
to
that.
know what the intent was.
the lock cursor thing, I could not
And
stop
big-
laughing at the entire time I
They're
was playing
big
it.
blocks of lime jello, and then this clearly downloaded from the Unity
Oh, yeah.
store environment. A lot of people looked into this and realized that a lot of this stuff was just
yeah.
stolen.
Great.
Sound effects stolen. They used some airlines voiceover thing.
Right.
I forget exactly which airline, United or something like that. They
Yeah.
just stole that straight out. There's
Right.
no way United's just giving that
What
away.
is even your role? Are you the stewardess?
You're whatever. Sometimes you fight terrorists. There's one mode where you are a flight attendant.
Yep.
This game reminds me of Soda Drinker Pro, except Soda
Right.
Drinker Pro is an actual work of art.
Yep. Absolutely.
So-
that is self-aware.
But this is really a 0. I mean, it's hard to compare something like this that's just clearly
Look at that.
busted.
Look at that. That is so taken from Google Images, it's not even
Yeah,
funny.
and that's why, if you look at this and you look at Big Rigs, honestly, really,
This is a
Ride to
different class.
Hell is like a Game of the Year contender compared to that stuff.
All right, well, maybe you'll find issue with our latest 1 out of 10 up on the site today. Raven's Cry. Does Raven's Cry have a level where it transports you to the future and you are serving drinks on a plane?
Yes.
Wow, you played
no.
a lot longer than I did then. No, I don't think so. It is, however, awful beyond measure. I didn't review this, but I've been playing it all day, and I really want that time back.
Okay.
I really, really want
how
that
polished
time
this
back.
looks.
Yeah, look at the.
it's got dialogue choices.
It's not
Now-
like a lock cursor thing everywhere on the fucking screen.
I'm gonna
There's
say
a texture.
there is textures. I am gonna say I have got a lot of patience for jank RPGs, right?
Great.
I mean, I've reviewed so many of them. I really like the Risen series, for example, and that's
Wow.
what Risen is this. I even like Two Worlds 2 by this same developer. Two Worlds 1 was trash, but at least I
Yeah.
kind of like Two Worlds 2.
They did some stuff there.
They did some stuff. Now there's clearly some heart and some effort behind this.
Yeah, it looks
but
like a video
it's
game.
Just so bad.
Like if you asked me to like look away for a while, like turn my head over here and then like quickly look at the screen, turn away, I'd be like, oh, you're playing Assassin's Creed over there.
Yeah, yeah. So, but this, just that, the whole first thing in general that you do, like this, it's like, what's the story? I don't know. Suddenly, I'm just like I'm behind the wheel of a ship and I'm moving around, and then
It's called In Media Res, Kevin.
thank you, Chris,
with it.
for your storytelling prowess. But it's just this. I mean, it's buggy. First of all, you can't finish this game because the story crashes.
Because it goes on forever. This is an epic pirate tale.
Like it crashes at one point in the story and nobody can finish it, which is one big thing.
That's
Yeah.
great.
But I ran into like all sorts of things. But at least I was laughing. Like a lot of this stuff, the voice acting is just so bad.
got voice acting.
The combat is hysterical. Well, it has kind of voice acting. Every so often,
Oh yeah.
like this combat's awful.
Use your two, number one, number two, number
It's
three.
still
number
more
four
realistic than
attacks.
Assassin's Creed combat. You're like,
It's like Sid Meier's
20
Pirates
dudes.
brought to life. Look at this.
Yeah, what is like suddenly like the original Risen like looks like a work of art with its
Yeah.
combat compared to something like this, and it's just and this is the game. Like everything is just executed so poorly that it's I don't know. And
Kevin,
plus, it's really offensive.
Would you
Like,
rather
there's
play this
a lot of
game
offensive stuff.
executed as it is, so poorly done to the point that it makes
right.
you laugh, or executed like a little more competently that nothing is like super glaringly wrong, but it's just dull as dull can be?
See, you're hitting on a thing that I always talk about, which is I'd rather play something that's bad than boring.
Yep.
yeah, like air control.
Totally.
But
I'd rather
see-
give 1s than 6s, man.
Yeah,
like-
the 5 is the hardest thing to write. I swear to God, like the 5 is the hardest thing ever to write. At least with a 1, you can have fun with it. But this isn't even fun in that air control way, like where you can just point and laugh. Like this is like somebody was trying, and then you just feel sad.
Great. Raven's Cry review on GameSpot.com. You know, it's going to get a lot more views than it would have if it got a 2, so that's something to be happy about, probably.
maybe.
That's why they give them, man.
Exactly. We're in.
The publisher bought that
Yeah,
one.
Raven's Cry are right up there with Game Mill on lining our pockets.
I wonder if that's the actual copy of Big Rigs, or if you guys went out and bought another one at some point, which is scarier to consider.
Nothing
You
in
see if
it.
it's actually in
Yeah.
there.
Is it
If that
stained
came
with
think
out-
Alex
if that
has
came out
his
of the
yours.
library, yeah.
I think Alex has it.
Okay.
I think
He's
I asked him
got
about
to.
it.
When I started, he actually made me play Big Rigs as part of like some initiation ceremony thing.
It's dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the roughest day of my life.
I suppose I
pretty
made
much.
him play Big Rigs, so
Well, there you go.
only
Whenever-
fair that he would pass it on.
Pay it forward.
Whenever exactly when we fill that new position, we'll just have to get them to play all of these pieces of hot garbage. Thank you very much for coming on and talking about terrible video games. What are you guys going on Giant Bomb on your side of the office?
Well,
this week?
I believe there's a quick look at Raven's Cry up on
Great.
the site if you want to see Vinny and Alex playing that thing. I want to say they played that. I could be making that up.
Still forcing Alex to play crap games.
Of course, yeah. No, this is how it goes, forever and ever, for all time, until he succumbs. Until he can make it stop anytime he wants.
It's tap out.
He just has to give up. The podcast just went up, so yeah, I mean, listen to me yelling about the Legend of Zelda this week. I think is
Cool.
is how it ended up.
That's what you're
And,
yelling about this week?
every week somehow. Majora's Mask is
Yelling?
coming out. There's a lot to say. And yeah, and then premium members, there's that episode of Dancers.
Oh, yeah.
On the website.
Life of
the Dancers with Dan and Danny, the advice podcast that is burning up the charts.
Yeah.
I never realized how when you say it out
When you
loud,
say it out loud,
just
yeah.
sounds like dancing.
It was the first. I hadn't even noticed literally just now.
Great, which is
Yeah.
why people keep sending questions to the wrong email address, which is owned by someone else who must be wondering what the fuck is going on.
Well, they get what they deserve on that
Yeah,
one.
looking forward to it. Kevin, what do you got in the works this week?
Oh God, it's a slow week. Order is next week. Like
Cool.
so, should
Oh,
be
that-
playing that
oh,
soon.
Yep.
Hopefully, I'll have Homeworld soon to start playing. But
Oh,
it's
yeah.
kind of dead right now.
And what about you, Mr. Waters?
I started playing this game yesterday called Sunless Sea.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Which is this naval exploration game set in this kind of fallen London dystopian steampunky arcane universe type thing.
That's what actual London is like now.
Yeah, it's it's challenging. It's permadeath. It's got a lot of stories. Like a lot of the world building is text based, and then you have all these weird commodities you pick up in exchange. Like you can get secrets, and then you could trade them to upgrade this stat, or trade at this port, or
Selling secrets.
go to the Hell port, and they'll up your terror level, but they're also going to give you Tales of Despair, which you can sell at other ports.
Roguelike as well.
It's fascinating.
Roguelike, something, one of those things.
I'm really intrigued by it. I'm trying to figure out a good way for us to showcase it, because it's kind of a long form experience.
The way you're kind of like exchanging stories and stuff like that almost sounds like Velvet Sundown. In a weird way.
Yep. Speaking of 1 out of 10s. Did we review that?
10 out of 10 is more like.
Did we review Velvet Sundown?
No, we didn't.
Wow, we should get on that.
15 out of 10.
Make it 5. God damn it. That's it for this week. New episode of The Point going up on Friday. I want to remind people that we have a giveaway. All you folks in the chat, you can win the tiny URL on the screen right now. Boink. tinyurl.com/GS Evolve. It's a copy of the game and the headphones. Do people have to put in what platform they want that on? Yeah, all right. Let us know what platform. PC, Xbox One, PS4, when you fill in that form.
Which of the 20 different versions do they get?
Yeah, I don't know. They get we're actually just giving them a DLC pack that's going to unlock in 2 months' time.
Great.
And a pair of
Perfect.
headphones. Yeah, pretty
We're
rad.
also going to show Jeff Gersman's review of that Gravity Bike game after this.
Oh, Gravity Bike.
Gravity Games Bike, Street Vert Dirt, you mean?
Yeah?
Whoa!
Street, vert, dirt.
Impressive.
All 3 types of
All
gravity
3.
biking.
Streets, verts, dirts.
This wasn't a 1 out of 10.
No, this is like a 1.4. There was
Okay.
something that we used to do on some of these. Yeah, this is me playing it. I
Sweet
still
shirt.
I still have it. Still have the shirt.
It's no Raven's Cry.
And this game seemingly got dumped at Costco. Midway was putting it out, and then suddenly my inquiries for review code. My inquiries for review code started going unanswered, and then I found a copy just sitting out at a Costco.
Cool.
And bought it and played it, and it's a mess.
Great.
Yeah, it's a fantastic mess. That's not the video I thought it was. I don't know what that was.
Oh, really? Well, we're going to play that after the credits, so make sure you stick around. Yeah. All right, that's it. Lobby for this week. Tuesday, 2 p.m. Pacific. Next week, we've got a bunch of people from Bossa Studios in, and we're going to talk about other video games that are out. Hopefully, The Order included. So we will see you guys then, and until then, adios. Have some video games. Pew.
Hello, dear viewers, and welcome to GameSpot Live. It's time to play Which is More Fun? Here we have Jeff. Jeff has a problem. Which is more fun? This barely playable Xbox game? Or this empty cardboard box? Sounds like a toughie. Let's see what Jeff does. He's clearly thinking about it, eyeing both of the subjects very closely. I don't know what you should pick either, do you? Come on, Jeff. What's it going to be? I think he's got it. Gravity Wait. What's this? The cardboard box! Gravity Games Bike for the Xbox. Don't play this game.